Hello guys, standard 7, chapter number 16, water, a precious resource. So guys, in this chapter, at the end of this chapter, what people will learn? First, water. Why water is called a renewable resources? Because we can reuse, we can renew it. That means it is recycled. That means after the using, there is a cycle of rainfall, water, right? So there is a continuous water cycle. That's why it is renewable sources. On our planet, what are the sources of the water? How water is formed, right? In India, where water is found, then need of water areas, there is scarcity of waters. How can we take care of the water bodies, right? This all the things we will learn at the end of this chapter. So check out first page. Here is the water footprint. What is the meaning of water footprint? Water footprint, it is helpful to make the people aware about the pollution of water, right? So there are two types of the footprints, heavy footprints and light footprints. So heavy footprints, that means water is affected in a very high amount. Water pollution is very in high amount and it is difficult to refresh it, right? As for example, land, energy and water, that means it is a pollution, too much pollution during the uses, right? Now light footprint, that means the harmful effect done in the environment, in the water, which can recover easily, right, or quickly. That means this is called as light footprint. Pollution of water and too much wastage of water. If water in danger situation, so it is called as heavy footprint. If water is not in danger situation, that means in future there is no scarcity of water and there is not too much pollution and it is possible to recover it, so it is called as, it comes in the under light footprints. Okay guys, this was, and here there are two pictures. The picture above show two different ways of the washing apples. Which way do you think has the smaller water footprint? That you have to find it out and you have to TikTok in this textbook, right, in the page number 252. Okay, then let's discuss about the sources of water. So water is a natural resource, right, and it is renewable also, so which can never be finished, but it can be polluted. So on the earth's surface, total water parts is 3/4, that means 3/4. So what are the water bodies? There is water on the surface of earth, there is too much water, but only a little fraction of water is potable. Potable, that means is useful, right? But salty water, that means most of the waters are found in sea on oceans. So this salty water is not useful for our home, right? Is not useful to us. So there is very little amount which is found under the ground, surface water, like in lakes, rivers and ponds, then glaciers and in icebergs. So this very little fresh, there is very little amount of water, this is called as fresh water, right, is only useful. Now if we discuss about groundwater, so groundwater is found under the soil, in cracks and spaces, in sand and rocks. So the space with the water under the ground is called as aquifers. So aquifer deposit in permeable rocks like in sandstone and limestones. So here groundwater is collected by the percolation or seepage process, and groundwater is useful to feed wells, bore wells, right? And now if we discuss about surface water, so surface water is found in ponds, lakes, rivers and streams, and in glaciers also. But in glaciers this is frozen, right? Water is frozen, it is in the form of ice, so it is not useful. So the water which is on the surface of earth, which is fresh water, but nowadays it's getting polluted, right? So guys, let's discuss about the next topic. It is states of water. So we know that water is made up of two atoms like hydrogen and oxygen. So when two molecules of hydrogen join with the one molecule, one atom of oxygen, it makes H2O, right? So this is the formula of water. But there are three states of the water: solid, liquid and gas, and these all are the reversible. So let's discuss one by one. Liquid state. So below 0 degrees Celsius, water is converted into ice, but when there will be 0 degrees Celsius of this ice, the solid, that means ice, will be converted into liquid. It starts to melt, right? So this is called as melting of ice. And between 0 to 100 degrees Celsius, this liquid state will be, and it is found in lakes, rivers and in oceans. Some moisture is found in air and in cloud also. Now below 0 degrees Celsius, so it is the frozen form of water. It is called as solid state. It is found in icebergs. Now above 100 degrees Celsius, so when water start to boil and the temperature of the water will reach at 100 degrees Celsius, it will convert into vapor. This is called as water vapor, right? And this water vapor is found in air, in steam, and in steam, that means in boiler, steam is generated when water gets 100 degree Celsius temperature. So these were the states of the water. Now guys, let's see today's homework. Take out MCQ in exercise. Solve MCQ number 1. Define aquifer. 2 examples 1 and 2. Solve this in textbook. Then turn your page. Give one word 2 and 3. Solve in textbook. Short question 1, 2. Distinguish 1 and long question 1. Solve in fair notebook. Okay guys, thank you. Have a nice day.